Rulings that go against Donald Trump's decisions, quote, irreparably harm the presidency by curtailing his ability to manage the executive branch in the earliest days of his administration.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Yeah, we're open today, and we're in business here today. Welcome to a Tuesday, the 18th day of February for 2025. Great way to start your day here with the Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Going to be talking about the Nebraska baseball team. They were in action yesterday. Fortunately, down in Phoenix, Arizona, they lost one to a Grand Canyon by a score of 3-1. A couple of Nebraska's softball players receiving some recognition from the Big Ten Conference yesterday. And the girls' sub-district basketball got underway last night. Adams Central picking up a win over Gibbon. We'll tell you about that all coming up during the show here today. Plus, hear from Adams Central girls basketball coach Evan Smith following the Patriots' victory last night over the Gibbon Buffaloes. So that's all coming up here during this hour as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios this morning. Damn, it's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold outside. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I've been under my covers since about 6:45 this morning. I didn't really want to roll out and get out of bed. The nice thing, though, and I can really dig this new line of operation. The beautiful thing is I can take my blankie to work now, and so I did. And I'm still under the covers here in the Western Studio. It is freaking cold out. SOS, save our ship here in the Midwest. We are not okay.
It is 9 below zero as you get up and get rolling here this morning. Winds are blowing out of the north at 12 miles per hour, producing a wind chill of minus 22.
Then that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's minus 22 because if it feels like 22,
then that's what it is.
Yeah, it's minus 22. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow's going to be worse.
Shut up.
Yeah, as we get up and going tomorrow, it's going to be much worse tomorrow. So this is like I told Gino last night after the game, I said this is the second day of 4 just miserable days this week. It looks like it all the way through Thursday, and then Friday we get a little bit of relief, and then into the weekend looks like it's going to be warming up, and the next week is going to be great. But we got to make it through 4 days. This is the second day of our 4 days of misery. That's the way I'm going to put it.
And it feels like 4 long months of misery. Like, could the day have gone any slower yesterday as we were sitting watching the snow blow and the wind continue to get colder, and then into the overnight hours? Like, I got tucked into bed, and I looked at my clock, and I'm like, it's only 6 o'clock, but it had been such a long, cold, miserable day. I got a feeling today's going to be very similar. By the way, nothing is open today, so...
Yeah, all the schools look like they're shut down for today. A lot of the businesses are closed down. So if you have any kind of business whatsoever that you need to conduct today, you might want to call ahead to see if they're open because there's no use of us going down the list of school closings and businesses that are closed today because virtually everything is closed with the exception of like the courthouses. I think they're all open today. So if you need business done at the courthouse, I think they're all open today. If you got to go to court for some reason, you probably still need to go to court today. So I just threw it out there because my wife is kind of involved with the legal system.
Judicial system?
Yeah, I had to put her on the road this morning and say, have a good time at work today.
Oh, I bet she's I bet she's just happy.
She was. She was
smiling ear to ear, right?
First thing you got to worry about is you get up and you got to make sure your damn car starts.
Oh yeah, the battery will.
Oh, it's cold out, and like we said, the wind chill is at minus 22. So that's the first thing. You just hope That's your car starts. You stick the key in the ignition and crank it and it goes, oh. Mm-hmm.
That sounds more like a weed eater.
Sometimes my car sounds like a weed eater.
There you go.
So,
if you have half power on your battery, this cold weather will zap it, and it'll suck it right out.
I wonder what the battery sales are this week.
Oh, I bet they're having a great time over at Interstate All Battery Center and places like that. It's just like my dad told me last week. He goes, because I was complaining about the cold weather and in that 45-minute stretch where I was out in my driveway just trying to get one thing to work, and he's like, oh, when it's this cold, nothing works. And when it's this cold, nothing works. That's why we don't do anything. That's why we cancel all the classes in schools, because, at this point, your brain doesn't even work, so you're not going to retain any education because it's just so damn cold.
Your brain doesn't even work.
No, not when it's this cold. Because the only thought you have going through your head is, damn, it's cold.
Yeah.
Why is it so cold?
And the kids don't want to be in class.
No.
Even if they get there.
Hell, the teachers don't want to be there. Trust me. We got an email last night from the college that said, hey, we're canceling classes. I had kind of already hinted to my students that even if the college does go, there's probably a pretty good chance we're not going to go.
Yeah, you told me that. You told me that yesterday that you're not going to have class.
I said I was pondering it, and then as I was looking at the weather forecast, and I'm like 99.9% confident that the college was going to call it off anyway, because all of the other schools around the area were calling off classes, and we have a lot of non-traditional students that go out to the campus, and so I'm like, there's probably a pretty good chance that we call it off anyways, but just in case no.
So what do you do now?
What do
now
I do?
We got school teachers at home.
Yep.
You got kids at home all day long, and you really can't do anything outside
because it's too damn cold.
Too damn cold, so you just hang around. We've already got one school teacher in the lobby with us.
Yeah.
So he's waking up and listening to a couple of guys that have no knowledge of anything that's going on.
Except for that it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
That's our only thought.
And, so you just kind of hang out and do crap around the house. You can only do that for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
The honey-do list. Pretty soon you got them all done. You got them all done. So what do you do today? Chime in with us. So what do you do today? You're stuck at home.
What's the plans for the snow day?
Yeah, what's the plans for the day today? Give us a call. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. 402-834-1330. You're off of work today. You're off of school today. So what's the plans? Chances are it might be the same thing tomorrow. I don't see a lot of schools even opening tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be horrendous.
Temperature-wise, or the snow's stopping, right?
The snow is pretty much done, but temperature-wise, we're not going to get above zero tomorrow. And the lows tomorrow night are going to be minus 24. That's the actual temperature. Minus 24. That's the actual temp for tomorrow night. So I can't see a lot of action even tomorrow. This is going to be a little stretch here where we're not going to get a whole lot done. I don't think the schools are going to open their doors tomorrow. I see already on the closing list there's several that are already closed down for Wednesday, in addition to the list of we got going today. So, so if you have any kind of business whatsoever to conduct today, you might want to call ahead to make sure that a particular business is open.
This was the, again, and I referred to it yesterday, the stretch that we had in 2021, a couple of years ago, where it was 9 straight days of not getting above zero, and a couple of those days in there were negative 48 actual temperature during the overnight hours. This was the point, and I've done it only once, where I was looking at that weather forecast, and I was sitting at my office in Grand Island, and I went to Indeed.com, and I was like, radio jobs, location, filter, south, anywhere. And I was looking at Arizona jobs, and there was a couple available. And I'm like, oh, I could probably slide into that role over in Scottsdale, Arizona. And then I went to Zillow housing options in Scottsdale. I'm like, oh Jesus, no. Cost of living, that would have been way too much to endure, and so we're stuck here in this negative. This is why we're here, because I can't afford to go anywhere else.
Well, and that's why I very seldom wine during the summertime when it gets to be like 105. People only say, God, I can't wait till fall and winter. No, this is what you get. This is what you get when you wine during the summer when it's 105 in the shade. I very seldom wine when it's really hot outside.
And you don't even get a fall anyway, so what are you talking about fall? I mean, everybody loves the fall. Like, oh my God, pumpkin spice season, it's here. And oh, fall temperature, we can wear sweaters outside and blue jeans. And then I'm like, no, because we don't get a fall. We go straight from summer to winter, and then winter lasts for 6 years, and then... And then we go straight to summer again because screw spring, that doesn't exist. It goes straight back to 100-degree temperature. We have 2 seasons, and they're both miserable. But I will take summer every day.
Oh, yeah.
Over this crap. Every day.
We want you to join us here on Huddle Up today. Are you feeling our misery as we continue to get through this week? 402-834-1330 if you'd like to join us, or you're on our social media sites, chime in. What's on the agenda for today? You're stuck at home. What's on the agenda today? Leave us a message on wherever you're watching us or listening to us at this morning, either on our website at x-streamsports.com, listening to us on your smartphone with our free mobile app, maybe your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. We're everywhere that you are. So chime in and get us through the hour, so to speak, as we get you up and get you going here on this Tuesday. One bright thing, I do see it's National Wine Day today.
Like
Not whining like, oh, geez, it's so cold outside, but
like
actually,
open a bottle.
Yeah, open a bottle of wine. It is National Wine Day. So yeah,
That'll
if you
help
got
you
some,
get through the day.
yeah, if you got some wine at home, maybe pop the cork on the wine and maybe just sit at home and drink wine all day.
Whine about it.
Yeah, whine about it. Yeah, that'd be great. Anyway,
fantastic.
we had some district basketball get underway last night. Boy, the schedules are really messed up.
Yep.
They did sneak in a couple of games last night. Adams Central played, but they were supposed to play in Gothenburg. They moved those games to Hastings. Adams Central beat Gibbon last night. Same story for Kearney Catholic. They were supposed to play in Gothenburg last night. Instead, they moved that game to Kearney, and Kearney Catholic whipped up on Wilbur Claytonia 47-6 in their game. That would have been great. Hop in the old school bus,
Yeah.
head out to
back
Gothenburg, and then win 47-6.
Again, especially like if you can imagine if you're in Wilbur, like out in that area, and then you got to drive all the way out to Gothenburg and then all the way back for a 47-6 game.
Adams Central, they won their game 66-38.
Mm-hmm.
The IT guy just checked in. Yeah, he's working today. That's what's on the agenda for the IT guy. It's work.
That I can almost read that, and it sounds like he's very excited to go into work today.
Yeah, it says work. That's
That's
on
the tone.
the agenda for today.
I think it's more of like work. That's what's on the agenda today.
You never can.
That's the tone I'm reading.
Well, yeah, you never can tell when somebody leaves a message or texts you something.
That's why you got to call.
Yeah, it says work. Now, is it work or is it work? That's what's on the agenda for today. It's not
loves
spelled.
his job.
It's not spelled in all caps, so it's not really work.
Right. Yeah, all caps. There's none of that. We got to shovel the driveway for the spouse to get to work.
That's great. Ryan Martin, he always checks in. He's always working. He's got to either snow blow the driveway or shovel the driveway for his spouse to get to work. And he's not, because he's involved in the Hastings public school system.
Watch kid shows all day. Kid shows all day.
Make breakfast,
We got
snacks,
Euro soccer going on at 11:45. What do you mean watch kid shows?
lunch. Make lunch for the kids. Do household chores. Put together what? Put together a puzzle.
Puzzle. Why not?
Watch kids shows all day.
That's a full day of activities.
Lesson plan for next week. See, he's already looking ahead to next week because he knows he's not going in the rest of this week. Listen to radio talk shows all day.
There you go.
Ponder Kansas basketball and how it's hit rock bottom. Boy, he's got a big day playing.
That's a lot on the agenda.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna roll out from the studio over to the couch and turn on the TV and call it a day.
Ryan Martin, he's got a whole list of crap he's going to do today. The most important thing is probably shovel the driveway so the wife can go to work. I love that.
Yep.
And put the wife in the car, send her off to work. So those are some of the things going on. Again, leave us a message. What you got planned for today? I know a lot of you are at home, not going in to work today because of the cold conditions and these snowy conditions, except for the IT guy. He always works. He's working today.
IT's work never sleeps, right?
Well, he's got to. You got to make sure the system's up and working. Mm-hmm. So 402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you'd like to join us here today. Anything on your mind, sports related or not. This is a sports talk show, but what the heck, during days like today, we'll talk about just about anything. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. The Nebraska baseball team, they were in action yesterday. They played down in Phoenix. They lost to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
3-1.
I'm thinking it's about time we take Grand Canyon off the schedule. This is the second straight year that we've gone down to Phoenix after a southern or western road trip to start off the season, and this is the second straight year that we've gotten snipped by Grand Canyon. They took us last year and took advantage of a team that had just got through a grueling weekend and did it again here against Nebraska, and it was an offense that was showcased over the weekend. 6 runs against a top 25 Vanderbilt team, turn around and you score 13. So, 2 games, 48 hours, 19 runs on 20 hits. And then because baseball is baseball and this is the way baseball is, you turn around and have a 4-hit performance and score 1 run. And it's unfortunate because Brockett threw a tremendous game yesterday. Got to the bullpen. We were clinging on to that 1-run lead, which, you're going to want a little bit more insurance when you turn things over to the bullpen. And Cristo, and I love Cristo. I've loved watching him. It was great when he was at Elkhorn, and I was doing some high school ball at the time. I mean, just dominant, flat out, great pitching from Drew Cristo, but yesterday he was off, and it wasn't his day. He was wild. He was erratic. That started some runners in motion and ended up being a Grand Canyon rally as they were able to hit a 2-strike, 2-out hit for the couple RBIs, and that's all she wrote. That's all they needed. Pitching finally shut down. The bats finally went cold, and that's baseball. That's what it's all about. Anybody on any given day. And so when you watch college baseball and you see these Facebook posts and you read these stories from these writers, and they're like, oh, gigantic upset, is top team in the SEC fall. Well, no, duh. The top teams are going to fall. It's the way baseball is. Like any given day, anybody can take any game and anybody, because it's 27 outs. And that's all you get to work with. And you get 27 of them. And if you can't make the most of them offensively, you're not going to win a game. And so, yeah, credit to Grand Canyon. I thought they played a tremendous game. I wish our bats would have gotten going a little bit hotter. We had some opportunities, left some guys on, and it was a rough go.
So Nebraska now 2-2 in the season. They'll move on. They'll play a 3-game series at Louisiana coming
the Cajuns.
up. The Cajuns this weekend. So I think it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday series coming up this weekend. Nebraska at Louisiana. The Nebraska basketball teams will be back on the floor tomorrow. The men, they are now in Penn State. I saw their plane. It landed. I think they left yesterday. So they're now in Penn State. They were in Chicago. So they're skipping Lincoln, but I don't think they're improving matters any. They were in Chicago,
right.
And now they're in Pennsylvania. It's not like they got off of the plane yesterday and they were all in flip-flops and their their shorts. They were all bundled up just like we are. So
It was fun listening to the or watching the broadcast. It was actually from the Grand Canyon crew, and so they were doing like a whole lot of informational, like, did you know this about Nebraska? In which case I'm like, yes, I know this about Nebraska, but it was obviously for their particular sports network.
Yeah.
And he goes, there's a lot of traveling Nebraska fans here. They traveled extremely well. And the other guy goes, well, one of the reasons for that is if you look at the temperature at Lincoln right now, it's 7 degrees, and apparently they were announcing the temperature during the pregame warm-ups, and the loudest roar the entire game came when they announced that the Lincoln temperature was 7, and they were all in shorts and flip-flops and enjoying a day and out in Arizona.
God,
We should do we should just go. We got spring training baseball. You and I could do a whole host of previews out from the Cactus League or the Grapefruit League. We should just go. Put it in the budget, and let's go down for a week and do some spring training previews. I think the majority of our fans and patrons on this show would love that.
well,
So
if
you probably got basketball.
the Grand Canyon people are going to start making that a thing in their show,
Yeah.
I could start reading the forecast for Vegas. The forecast for Vegas is a high of 66 today with a low of 47. In fact, it's 47 right now in Vegas as you wake up and get going out in Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
It feels like it's 42.
That feels pretty good.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. Yeah, there feels like conditions are not like ours.
No.
Yeah, there feels like conditions that 47. That feels pretty
Of course,
good.
they're probably in coats.
47 degrees. Hell, that feels
Those
pretty
monsters, they're like, oh my God, it's so cold.
good. God.
We'd be out in shorts.
Oh yeah. I know
Tank
some
top.
people. I know some people there. They don't even own coats.
No. Why? Why would
What?
you need to?
Yeah, you don't even own a coat.
Is the bartender still down there?
Oh yeah, he's still out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's the guy that doesn't own a coat. He don't need
Because
a
he's
coat.
used to this crap.
Oh, yeah. So, anyway. Hi, you're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. We'll talk sports today. We're going to talk a lot of weather today, so if you'd like to chime in, 402-834-1330 is our telephone number, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to chime in on what's on the agenda for today, since you're not going to work or school, let us know what you're doing today. Maybe drop us a message on the social media sites. We're monitoring all the comments coming in here this morning. 7:22. Let's get our first update on news here this morning.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
News this hour brought to you by the Hastings Federal Credit Union, where they've been lighting the way to financial success since 1946. Hastings Federal Credit Union, proud to be your trusted long-term financial partner. And you can access your accounts wherever you go with mobile banking. Brings you the financial peace of mind right from the palm of your hand, where you can securely and conveniently manage your accounts and loans at any time from anywhere. Transfer funds, deposit checks, you can pay bills with Bill Pay and quickly access those account balances to help you cover whatever little curveballs life throws your way with mobile banking today. One of the many ways you can experience the credit union difference, that's Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online hastingsfcu.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. Nebraska State Patrol Trooper Kyle McCasey lost his life while responding to a traffic crash on Interstate 80 yesterday. Trooper McCasey was responding to a crash between Ashland and Greenwood. He was outside his patrol unit when he was struck by a snowplow. Troopers immediately rushed to his aid, but Trooper McCasey succumbed to his injuries on scene. The Nebraska State Patrol has asked the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office to conduct the crash investigation. The 31-year-old trooper was a 10-year veteran of the Nebraska State Patrol. Due to the ongoing winter storm, the city of Grand Island will be extending its snow emergency until 7 o'clock tonight. The city of Hastings already declaring their snow emergency till noon tomorrow. Meanwhile, the snow has affected not only some area businesses and schools, but government as well. The Hastings Planning Commission meeting scheduled for this afternoon has been postponed due to weather. Public hearings will be re-advertised ahead of the rescheduled meeting. And Terry Liggins, a national champion track athlete who has become an advocate for life coaching teens, young professionals, and vulnerable adults, will be speaking at Hastings College about leadership in the diverse climate of the 21st century. The talk, which is free and open to the public, will be this Sunday in the Wilson Center Auditorium. Liggins was born in North Omaha, raised by a single mom, his childhood saturated with adversity, chaos, drugs, violence, and trauma. He's a graduate of the University of South Dakota and aims to inspire students and prepare them for life after college. The presentation begins at 7 p.m. It's coming up on 7:25. Let's swing it over to the East Side Studios, where it's just as chilly there. Mike Will, what's going on in sports?
Auburn is ranked number 1 for the sixth straight week in the latest AP men's college basketball poll. Tigers are 23-2 on the season. Florida is second, followed by Duke, Alabama, and Houston. Rounding out the top 10 are Tennessee, Texas A&M, Iowa State, Texas Tech, and St. John's. Notre Dame is ranked number 1 for the first time since 2019 in the women's poll. The Irish are now 22-2. Texas is second, followed by UCLA, USC, and UConn. Creighton is in at number 23. The Nebraska basketball teams will be on the floor tomorrow. The men will play at Penn State beginning at 5:30. The women will host Oregon beginning at 7. The Nebraska baseball team dropped a 3-1 decision to Grand Canyon yesterday down in Phoenix. The Huskers scored 1 run on 4 hits, while Grand Canyon totaled 3 runs with 10 hits and an error. Case Sanderson was 2 for 4 at the plate with a double. Jackson Brockett pitched 6 innings in the start, allowing 1 run on 6 hits with 3 strikeouts. Nebraska is now 2-2 in the season. They will play a 3-game series at Louisiana coming up this weekend. Nebraska's softball players Jordan Ball and Ava Kuzik have won Big Ten weekly honors. Ball was named the Big Ten Co-Pitcher of the Week, while Kuzik was named the Big Ten Co-Player of the Week. The two helped Nebraska go 5-0 in the Troy Cox Classic last weekend. All 5 victories came in run rule fashion. Nebraska outscored their opponents 69-6 while recording 20 home runs and hitting .446. The Huskers scored 10 or more runs in 5 straight games for the first time in program history. Ball was dominant at the plate and in the circle, producing 9 extra base hits at the plate while tossing a no-hitter in the circle. Kuzik went 9 for 14 with 6 home runs in the 5 ball games. Hastings College basketball teams will play at Midland on Wednesday. Women's game will be at 6 with the men to follow at 7:45. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame show at 5:45. Adams Central opened up the C19 Sub-District Basketball Tournament last night with a 66-38 win over Gibbon. Elin Trausch and Bradley Nienheiser scored 13 points apiece for the Patriots. Annie Trausch had 12. Adams Central hit 39% of their field goals in the game, including 7 of 24 from three-point range. Adams Central is now 9-12 on the season and will play top-seeded Gothenburg on Wednesday at 5:30. In the other game last night, Kearney Catholic beat Wilbur Claytonia 47-6. The Stars will move on to play Central City tomorrow at 7. Some of the other games last night that were played in sub-district basketball: Centura beat Shelby Rising City 52-11. Fairbury defeated Fillmore Central 52-47. Wood River got by Maxwell 52-43. Deschler beat Bruning Davenport Shickley 48-33. Hampton got by Giltner 30-27, and Loomis defeated Bertrand 46-41. That's a check in your sports headlines this morning. 7:28 now on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones. We're starting off this Tuesday morning bitterly cold here. We're well below zero with wind chills as low as 30 below zero today. That's not going to change, and our high today will only be 2 below. Another inch or two of snow possible throughout the day. Overnight tonight, we dip down to 12 below with a high of only 2 on Wednesday. But the big overnight temperature and the big overnight chilly night will be Wednesday night to Thursday with a low of 24. Taking the wind chill factors well below zero. So bundle up, but there's warmer weather on the way by the weekend and the next week.
Right now we've got, north winds at 12. Temp is at 9 below zero. And the wind chill now at minus 22 at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success. And now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Havronik. It's a Tuesday morning, the 18th day of February for 2025, as we get you up and get you going here this morning again. 9 below zero is the temperature. North winds at about 12 miles per hour. The wind chill is at minus 22. And a lot of the businesses are closed today around the central part of Nebraska. A lot of the schools are shut down as well. So what's on your agenda today? Give us a call, 402-834-1330. If you'd like to chat here today, 402-834-1330. 1330. Leave us a message on all the social media sites. We're monitoring all the comments. Lots of folks in the lobby here this morning. So thanks for joining us. If you got the day off, thanks for joining us. If this is the first time you've listened to the show, we appreciate that. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. There's these two geeks. There's two geeks in the morning from 7 until 8 o'clock that are experts on nothing, that just talk about all the miseries of the day, 7 until 8 o'clock, each and every Monday through Friday.
And I wish I would have done a little bit more show prep today, because had I known it was National Drink Wine Day today, I would have easily called up my cousin and said, hey, Cousin Noah, join us tomorrow for some wine recommendations. There are wine drinkers, there are those who have a wine palate, and then there are just connoisseurs that know literally everything about the entire process of winemaking, to bottling, to aging, to consumption, to what foods they pair with, and that's Cousin Noah, a wine connoisseur. I'm sure he would have been delighted to talk about the latest batch of Pinot Noir or something along those lines. He is a connoisseur, and he could have given us some good flavors options here for this chilly, snowy Tuesday. But yeah,
now see, I'm not a big wine guy. Are you?
No, but I will drink wine if offered. I'm not going to say no. But the one thing about, I'm a craft beer guy. I'm an IPA guy. I know you're a domestic beer guy, and that's fine. But wine, it does a little something funny. Where I can have 2 or 3 craft beers and be okay. I'll have a glass of wine and I get loopy and lippy, and it just goes right through me.
Does wine have more alcohol than a beer? Like a beer does?
No, maybe it's just the way. Maybe it's the way it hits. I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not a big wine guy.
Again, we're experts on nothing, and certainly experts not experts on wine.
No.
Yeah, my introduction to wine was Boone's Farm. So
yeah, I might have had a little bit of that in my time.
Yep, I can recall certain dorm rooms that would have just bottles of Boone's Farm lined up. Because
my grandma, which goes back years and years, she had Mogan David.
Oh sure, the Concord grape.
Yeah, she had that. So I might have taken a sip of that back in the day. But it's been a long time since I've even had wine.
Not even at New Year's Eve or fancy?
No.
Fancy?
No. My fancy, just give me a can of Coors Light. Everybody else is sitting around.
Your fancy is a bottle of Coors Light.
Yeah. Everybody else is sitting around. Yeah, give me some Chablis Cocu. Some what?
What?
All those wines got some stupid names to them, and they always...
Cabernet Sauvignon?
Yeah, you get about 7 ounces, maybe not even 7 ounces in a wine glass. You get 3 ounces.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah. And you got to drink it with your finger up.
The pinky up?
Yeah, the pinky up. No, I don't do that. Just give me a damn Coors Light. While you're drinking your wine, just give me a can. I don't even need a bottle. Just give me a can of Coors Light.
Absolutely. So yeah, wine. Drink wine day. It's not like wine lovers day. It's just drink wine day. So they just encourage you. Apparently they knew it was going to be 9 degrees below zero, and so yeah, go into that cupboard, get yourself some Mogan David church wine or whatever. But yeah, go back to the Boone's Farm. That's what we started on, because that was what was cheap. There was $3 a bottle, for a whole bottle. And so, yeah, we would pack the bags up with Boone's Farm, and then you look back on your younger days and you're like, God, we were idiots. We had no idea what we were putting in our system. It was just crap.
Is that still available?
Fuzzy Navel. Oh God, yeah. And every now and then, especially 4th of July parties, we'll go out and get some Boone's Farm just because, to reminisce of our younger days and how stupid we were. Yep. The Fuzzy Navel Boone's Farm was top notch.
Yeah, Jim is saying that he's kind of worried about what you got in your coffee cup. You see Jim's latest post?
You covered drinking pretty well.
Yeah. What is in your? We think you're sitting there drinking coffee all morning long. Maybe you're drinking wine.
It is.
Yeah, that's your second glass too. Because you during our break, you went off and got you another load. Well, what we thought was
it's warm, it's hot, and
well, we thought you were drinking coffee. We don't know what you're drinking in there.
We got Ryan on the phone.
Ryan's on the phone.
Hang on. Ryan's on the phone. Hey, thanks for diverting this conversation, Ryan. I really appreciate that. As you join us here on your snow day. I was being accused of throwing something extra in the coffee this morning because I didn't have school. Welcome to the show.
I'm on my third. I'm on my third cup of coffee, and I'll tell you what, this show will get you through snow blowing the driveway. So thanks, guys. It was fun to listen to you while I snow blow the driveway. It may go that much more faster.
Ryan, do you have any regrets when you go out and you snow blow your driveway and then you tell your wife, get your ass off to work, I'm going to stay home?
I don't say that. I'm a smart guy.
Yeah. So I hope you have a nice day, honey, at work. I'm staying home today because school's not in session.
Well, sometimes it's more work just being a stay-at-home dad and watching the girls all day long. So
I agree.
I think maybe going to teach today would be more of a break. Although there are some days where that's not such a break, but just gonna hang out and do some household chores, put together a puzzle with my kids, watch some of their kids shows while I have one ear listening to talk radio show all day to pass the day. And the other thing is I'm taking UNK classes online to get my teaching license, and they don't shut down online, so I got to do some of that too.
So you do have to actually work today a little bit.
I do, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
So, that's the way life is. You just got to constantly find something to do and get things done.
So Ron, you've been outside.
Time efficiency is very key.
You've been outside snow blowing. How is it out there today?
It's cold. I had to take 2 different breaks because my fingers are just like, I'm wearing some really good Carhartt gloves.
Yeah.
And I was getting a little bit of frostbite. So, yeah, it's pretty nasty out there.
All right, so if anybody has to go out, definitely dress the occasion, so to speak, with a wind chill at minus 22. So,
yeah, bundle up. I even have my ice fishing bibs on. That's how cold it is. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Be warm, be safe.
And you're kind of used to this stuff because you do some ice fishing and stuff like that. So you're kind of used to this, and you're saying it's bitterly cold out there today.
You're right. I am used to it. It is bitterly cold, but I'm also used to standing up to the cold for about 5 minutes until I get my hut and my heater on, which I know you think is crazy having a heater over an ice hole. But
yeah, I don't.
I make sure the ice is thick enough before I turn on my heater, and I monitor it. I have my little measuring stick, and if it gets below 3 inches, then I move my hut over about 25 yards and then fire it up again. You got to be smart about it.
Okay.
Day like today, I don't think ice is going anywhere. So.
No, it's not going in, which is why I'm excited, and that's why I picked up the sport of ice fishing, so I get excited living in Nebraska when it gets super cold out, because I can look forward to growing ice for ice fishing. So there you go. See, it's a mind game.
That's perspective. I like how you did reverse psychology on Nebraska winter there.
That's right. Hey, that's what you got to do to make life fun.
Well,
all right, Ryan. Well,
all right, guys.
All right. Thanks for checking in.
Back to my household chores to listen to the rest of your guys' show. Keep up the good work.
All right, so see you. Thanks for checking in, Ryan Martin, checking in with us today.
He's smart about it. Doesn't say get your ass off to work to his wife. He's smart about it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say that either. I probably wouldn't. Now that I think about it, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably wouldn't say that either. Honey, have yourself a good day.
Yes.
I did tell her that this morning. Hope you have a good day, honey. What are you gonna do all day today? I said, I'm gonna work.
Sounds like it's got household chores with your name on it.
No, I got the sports office is open.
The sports office is
open. Sports office is open.
But
Hey,
yes.
we're gonna get to we'll get to Evan Smith here before I forget him.
Yeah.
Adams Central, they played last night. The Patriots opening up the C19 Sub-District Basketball Tournament with a 66-38 win over Gibbon. After the ball game, had a chance to talk with Adams Central head coach Evan Smith. After kind of a slow start in the ball game tonight, fell behind 7-0, but once you got settled into the ball game, it was all your team.
Yeah, we had a couple really good looks inside that we missed, and then had a couple threes we missed too. But credit to Gibbon, they came out firing on all cylinders offensively for them and hit some big shots.
Yeah, they had a little spark plug there in the Cassandra Trevino, who scores 20 points in the game tonight.
Yeah, she had a great game. Finished some tough shots there down the stretch, and then hit some big buckets for them.
Your turning point was the third quarter. You outscore Gibbon 21-6 in the third. So coming out for the second half, any major changes there?
No, I would like to credit to my big time halftime speech, but I don't think that was it. It was just girls came out and just played better basketball, moved the ball a little bit better. We were able to kind of find that high post again like we did early on in the first quarter. And at the end of the day, you got to make some shots, and they did that.
Defensively satisfied with what you saw?
Yeah, I think so. We got a little different challenge tomorrow or Wednesday with Gothenburg, but we tightened some things up there, got some good tips and steals there, especially in the second half, and I thought we rebounded pretty well and did some things well.
Second best scoring night of the season, Coach, with 66 points on the board when the ball's going through the hole. Looks a lot better, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Second half was a little easier to swallow after that first one. So, I was proud of the way our girls came back and just kind of hung in there and, didn't get down on themselves and just played good basketball.
Now with this topsy-turvy weather week, we're going to play, I guess, on Wednesday now in Gothenburg in the semifinals. That's a team that you saw way back in December. They beat you guys by about 18 points in the ball game. Give us a thumbnail in Gothenburg.
Yeah, they, we played really good basketball for about 3.5 quarters. We were down 4 going into the fourth quarter, and they've got some shooters. They got 2 girls that can kind of light it up, and they play a good 1-3-1 zone. They kind of extended a little further out than what Gibbon did today, so we have a few things that we didn't put in tonight against Gibbon that we're kind of holding on to for them. But, they're tough. They're athletic and longer. They got some kids that can shoot the ball. So it is what it is. We're excited about playing them again. We feel like of all the districts, this is the one we wanted to be in. We felt like we had a good chance of, giving Gothenburg a good game on Wednesday, and we'll hopefully do that.
Like you said, attacking the 1-3-1 will be the big key in the ball game. You saw a little 1-3-1 in this one, so you get to see it back-to-back nights here.
Exactly, yeah, and that's good for our girls, just for them to be able to see some of that. And it's not the first time we've seen it all year, so they're pretty comfortable with it. At the end of the day, like we said, we got to be able to hit some shots, and hopefully we can do that Wednesday.
In your defense tonight, you force 25 turnovers in the ball game. Gibbon only shoots at 30% for the ball game, so you got to be satisfied with what you got done on that end of the floor.
Yeah, exactly. And we were going to force them to take some tough shots, and historically they haven't been great shooters this year. But just proud of the way our girls battled there, especially in the second half, and glad we can go home a little bit early tonight.
Elin Trausch, Bradley Niedheiser in double figures, Annie Trausch in double figures. Ava Katzberg nearly got there with 9 points, so you kind of spread it around. It looked good on the scoring column tonight.
Yeah, it always looks good when we get that many girls scoring, that's for sure.
What about now the extra day? Usually we were going to go back-to-back here with Monday, Tuesday. No school tomorrow for you guys, so we'll play a Monday, Wednesday. You do get the extra day.
Yeah, it'll be good for girls kind of recover a little bit, maybe sleep in tomorrow, and then give them that chance to watch a little more film. We probably won't be able to get into the gym just with the weather conditions, but it'll be nice for our girls to kind of sit down and watch, how we did against them last time, and then a couple films that we have earmarked of some teams that maybe gave Gothenburg some fits. So.
Okay, good show. We'll see you later in the week.
Thanks, Mike.
As Evan Smith, the head coach for the Adams Central girls basketball team. Again, they picked up a win last night over Gibbon, 66-38. They'll move on to play the number 1 seed on Wednesday in Gothenburg. That'll be a 5:30 start. The other game will have Kearney Catholic taking on Central City. So sub-district basketball is underway. We're saying Wednesday. We'll find out if that really comes to fruition there as the the weather is going to be nasty again tomorrow, at least temperature-wise, and we'll see if how those some districts all play out. It's going to be a miserable week. They're moving things around as we speak right now, so we'll kind of try to keep you up to date. St. Cecilia is also supposed to play basketball tomorrow. We'll keep you up to date throughout the day. Just, hang with us on Facebook or all the social media sites, and we'll get you the latest info the best as we can. Like we said, it's changing as we roll on here.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't make the decisions from the 7 to 8 a.m. hour and pass that along to us. Typically, it's like 8:15, like right after we hop off, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way," then we get kind of the news updates there. But yeah, we'll pass along and share any information that we receive via social media and try to keep you in the loop. But it'll be chaotic until we can get to next week, where if you're looking for a little optimism, and you're looking for a little bright spot, a shining nugget in this doom and gloom, horrible, awful, gloomy weather, next week's going to be 50s.
I saw that.
Next week's 50s.
If we can just get through, like I said, Friday is going to be not too bad. We can stomach that. Weekend is going to be all right. And then next week, we're in the 50s and 60s next week.
We can crawl through Thursday.
Yeah, we can just get to Thursday. This is the second day of 4 types of misery.
Almost.
Yeah, we're all gloom and doom today, aren't we? I'm thinking back, God, there's got to be something good for us to talk about today.
I don't know. I talked about wine. I thought that was pretty entertaining.
Talked about wine. God.
I talked about wine, and then I got accused of throwing wine in my coffee, which, no.
We don't know what's in your coffee.
There's nothing in my coffee.
That's what
the bank was closed yesterday. There's nothing in my coffee. Trust me, it's coffee. It's coffee-flavored coffee. Had the bank been open, I might have been tempted.
We're going to have some more racing talk on Friday.
That's right.
Jim's going to join us again. Jim Schleicher from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network. We had him on last Friday. We're all charged up for Fauner Park's opening weekend. Then they canceled. Yep. All of Jim's valuable information and his research that he had done all week long to prepare for his debut show on Friday last week all went down to tubes because we couldn't use any of it. So we don't know how good he was.
My guess is that it was handicapped pretty well.
I'm sure it was handicapped pretty well, but we don't know what happened.
We just don't know the results, obviously, because they didn't run, so there were no results.
So anyway, we'll do it again on Friday morning, 7:30. So that's what we got to look forward to there.
Mm-hmm.
It's only Tuesday.
I know.
Jim's probably
halfway.
He's probably doing his research as we speak.
His research is probably already done.
Well, we don't know who's running yet, do we, for the weekend?
I don't know. When do the entries come out?
Probably not on Tuesday.
Probably not on Tuesday.
Probably not on Tuesday. Anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:51.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Since 1946, Hastings Federal Credit Union has been a part of the Hastings community, and it's community that is at the heart of everything they do. As a nonprofit financial cooperative, the credit union is owned by the members who join, and joining, well, it's as simple as opening a primary savings account. You can get from point A to point B and everywhere in between with a low-rate vehicle loan. Whether you're committed to camping or love living the lake life. Lake life. Summer almost here. You can also count on the Hastings Federal Credit Union to finance your next big toy. They even do personal loans for life's little curveballs. So with the affordable low rates, convenient repayment options, and a friendly staff that knows you like family, you can see for yourself what the credit union difference is all about. That's Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online, hastingsfcu.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. Over at Hastings College, Terry Liggins, a national champion track athlete who has become an advocate for life coaching teens, young professionals, and vulnerable adults, will be speaking at Hastings College about leadership in the diverse climate of the 21st century. The talk, which is free and open to the public, is this Sunday in the Wilson Center Auditorium. The presentation begins at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, Nebraska State Patrol Trooper Kyle McCasey lost his life while responding to a traffic crash on Interstate 80. Trooper McCasey was responding to the crash between Ashland and Greenwood and was outside his patrol unit when it was struck by a snowplow. Troopers immediately rushed to his aid, but Trooper McCasey succumbed to his injuries on scene. The Nebraska State Patrol has asked the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office to conduct the crash investigation. The 31-year-old trooper was a 10-year veteran with the State Patrol. And due to the ongoing winter storm, the city of Grand Island has extended their snow emergency until 7 o'clock tonight. The city of Hastings having already declared a snow emergency that will be in effect until noon tomorrow. The snow emergency has shut down some businesses and schools around the area and some city government operations as well, as the Hastings Planning Commission meeting that was scheduled for this afternoon has been postponed due to weather. The public hearings will be re-advertised ahead of the rescheduled meeting. It's coming up on 5 minutes till. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike Will, what's going down in sports?
Well, Auburn is ranked number 1 for the 6th straight week in the latest AP Men's College Basketball poll. The Tigers are 23-2 in the season. Florida is second, followed by Duke, Alabama, and Houston. Rounding out the top 10 are Tennessee, Texas A&M, Iowa State, Texas Tech, and St. John's. Notre Dame is ranked number 1 for the first time since 2019 in the women's poll. The Irish are 22-2. Texas is second, followed by UCLA, USC, and UConn. Creighton checks in at number 23. The Nebraska basketball teams will be in action tomorrow. The men will play at Penn State beginning at 5:30, and the women will host Oregon beginning at 7. The Nebraska baseball team dropped a 3-1 decision to Grand Canyon yesterday in Phoenix. Huskers are now 2-2 in the season. They'll play a 3-game series at Louisiana coming up this weekend. Nebraska's softball players Jordan Ball and Ava Kuzik have won Big Ten weekly honors. Ball was named the Big Ten Co-Pitcher of the Week, while Kuzik was named the Big Ten Co-Player of the Week. Hastings College basketball teams will play at Midland on Wednesday. Women's game will be at 6 with the men to follow at 7:45. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame show at 5:45. Adams Central opened up the C19 Sub-District Basketball Tournament last night with a 66-38 win over Gibbon. Patriots are now 9-12 in the season. They'll play top-seeded Gothenburg on Wednesday at 5:30. In the other game, Kearney Catholic beat Wilber-Clatonia 47-6. The Stars will play Central City tomorrow at 7. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:56.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
We're starting off this Tuesday morning bitterly cold here. We're well below zero with wind chills as low as 30 below zero today. That's not going to change, and our high today will only be 2 below. Another inch or 2 of snow possible throughout the day. Overnight tonight, we dip down to 12 below with a high of only 2 on Wednesday. But the big overnight temperature and the big overnight chilly night will be Wednesday night to Thursday with a low of 24, taking the wind chill factors well below zero. So bundle up, but there's warmer weather on the way by the weekend and to next week.
North winds this morning at 12. 9 below zero this morning with a wind chill at minus 22 at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Conant Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Urbanic with you on this Tuesday morning. A couple other notes I haven't gotten to yet. Philip Montgomery has been hired as the offensive coordinator at Virginia Tech.
Okay.
He was best known for being the head coach for 8 years at Tulsa, went 43-53 over 8 years, including a 10-3 season in 2016. Took the team to 4 different bowl games. So Philip Montgomery is now on the staff at Virginia Tech. And 7 more women have accused Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker of engaging in sexually inappropriate misconduct at some high-end spas. This increases the total to 16 therapists from 8 different spas to make allegations of inappropriate behavior by Tucker. All of the incidents reportedly occurred during during sessions from 2012 to 2016, which were Tucker's first 5 seasons in the NFL. So,
there you go.
Another NFL football player in trouble with some spa therapist.
Just stop going to spas if you're a football player. You won't get in trouble. Like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. One more word of note. Happy birthday out there to Trevor, who is celebrating his 21st birthday today. And the reason for this is I coached him when he was playing in 10U baseball. So I'm officially old as they celebrate their 21st birthday. Kids that I was coaching, I don't want to think about it.
He was on your 10 and under baseball team?
Yeah, now he's 21. So I'm old.
He's going to have a good time tonight, hopefully.
It's too cold to go out.
Of course, if he's off all day, maybe he's going to
have a good time right now.
Yeah, maybe he's going to dive into
party all day.
Already. Party all day. Party till you puke.
Can't start. What's the word? Can't party all day if you don't start in the morning.
That's right.
As I hit my microphone and break it.
Yeah, Jim, he chimed in. He lost a race last weekend. We were talking about Fonner. The Fonner Park entries for Saturday don't come out till Wednesday, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But he lost a race last weekend. Now Ryan Martin says that's why Jim's got to go back to lesson planning. Jim's got to go back to school today. Hell, he lost a race last weekend. We'll have to talk about that Friday. What's up with that? We thought we brought in an expert on this show to add a little spice to this show.
There's got to be par for the course with this show.
there's got to be one expert on this show because those other 2 guys are not, because we're experts on nothing. We brought Jim in to be an expert.
Now one loss, and then
now he admits that he lost the race last weekend.
Nowhere to go but up, Jim.
Yeah, nowhere to go. That's what I always say when I go to the track. Well, I've lost my 7 races.
Same.
Lost my first 7 races. There's
Once
no place
race
to
8.
Go. Yeah,
we're due.
No place to go but up. Hell, there's no one around that can lose 8 races in a row.
Bet.
And then they look at us. Well, there's always a 9th race. Oh, good news today. There's 10 races on the card. we get to the last race.
Well, you can simulcast. Santa Anita starts up in 45 minutes.
We can double up on that last race. There's no way we can lose 10 races in a row. Just double up on the last race. There you go home. Damn, that was a bad day.
BT's got keto.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we hope you enjoy your day today. Make something out of the day. A lot of you have the day off today, and you can do your things around the household. Again, if you're heading out, check, make sure the business is open that you're going to conduct business with. A lot of the businesses are shut down throughout the area. Certainly, most of the schools, if not all, the schools within this area are shut down as well. So take it easy. Dress warmly if you're heading outside. Like Ryan Martin said, he's even used to the cold weather, and it's brutal out there today. So take it easy. Hopefully your car starts if you have to go somewhere. What? Are you just?
I was just singing the Eagles song. You said "Take It Easy."
Oh yeah,
so,
taking it easy.
Yeah.
Taking it easy. So we'll do this again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Anything else you need to bring up before we get out of here? Before we hitch up the horses and get on out of here?
Nope. I'm